I think that's definitely one of the things. I mean, when you look at it, academia is one of the most conservative institutions in the world in terms of structure, small c conservative. Um, we're essentially moving forward with a modified version of the medieval guild that is filtered through sort of the German understanding of what a university is in the 19th century. Still the same sort of ways of thinking and organization, right? So it is still a very, very slow to change structure and incentives. I keep coming back to it. I mean, if one thing that I get out of my education and background in economics and several things that I did is incentives is what matters fundamentally, right? I mean, most of these contemporary economics is about incentives and incentive design and mechanism design and all that kind of thing. And academia and incentives are not necessarily about being, especially in social sciences, about predicting in the future, being accurate. That's not, because that's not who you're talking to. You're talking to other academics who are doing similar work. So it's more about the minute detail of a particular case or not. So it's the emphasis is more on looking back, explanation, on understanding, and an aversion, to be honest, within the social sciences, broadly speaking, about making a claim, making a claim that you can be falsified later on. Because if you speak in very broad terms, balances will be formed. When, how, where, who knows? They will eventually. You cannot be falsified, and you're not being rewarded for being accurate, right? I mean, John Mersheimer's 1990s articles are a great example. You could be, again and again,
or Huntington.
Exactly, or Huntington. You could be wrong again and again. That never just sort of impact your credibility in the field. So people don't go there. There's no incentive. There's no upside for risking, accurate predictions, because it is, you don't gain much when you're right. So what's the point? But looking backwards is how it is generally structured, and it's very, very hard to break it. I mean, certain fields are different. AI, in that sense, you're in an actually perfect, maybe Swiss spot that would enable you to think through, because it is one of those areas in which people think very carefully about the future. And UK has at least two great centers on existential risk, and AI plays a huge role in it. Both the Future of Humanity Institute in Oxford, as well as this Caesar in Cambridge, the Center for Study of Existential Risk. And in that field, anticipating the future is the primary purpose. So there is a lot more rigorous and careful work being done there. And interestingly enough, a lot of it is coming from both philosophy and more engineering and mathematical backgrounds. Very little, unfortunately, social sciences. But things are changing slowly in the past maybe 5 years. It really picked up. But there is, it's very, very slow change, but it's still a very minuscule aspect of what academia does and what it rewards. And people in it, because they're not rewarded for accurate predictions or anticipation, they're not doing it. And it's very hard to change it.